Thank you so much, Annika, for that. Let's bring you this now. Christians around the world will be commemorating the crucifixion of Jesus Christ this coming Friday. And government has adjusted some lockdown regulations. Religious gatherings will be restricted to a maximum number of 250 people indoors, with that number being 500 outdoors. So let's get some reaction now from one of the biggest churches in Johannesburg. Of course, its leadership from Grace Bible Church, presiding Bishop Mosasono, joining us via Zoom. Bishop, thank you so much for your time this morning. Good to have you. When the President obviously had planned this address, I think there was a bit of, confusion as to whether or not he would adjust not only the lockdown regulations, but also the number of people attending church gatherings at such a sacred time. What's your reaction from the announcement with which the President made last night?
Well, Dumelo, thank you so much for having me on, and to all the viewers of ANCA. Of course, we are grateful for the adjustment, but it's not didn't reach our expectations, because the request that we had made was that there should be 50% allowed in terms of using the different venues, because we'd love to reach maximum amount of people. But the President has announced 250 indoors and 500 outdoors, which really doesn't accommodate churches of certain sizes. Your larger churches really have not been fully accommodated. And we're kind of disappointed about that. We were hoping as well that in what we have presented to government, all the other issues that we had presented would be looked at fully. Yeah. Because definitely we are concerned about the saving of lives, and we believe what we have presented demonstrates that we could be able to use 50% of the buildings in a very responsible way, because we've been really obeying the laws for the last year. We've practiced a lot of safety protocols, either 50 people, 100 people, 250 people. And we think we have got what it takes now to be able to accommodate more people.
Bishop Sono, is it as easy as saying the solution is moving online, or just in terms of attending sermon and services, or is it more complicated than that, in the sense that people would like to gather because obviously it's a sacred time on the Christian calendar, but also because, as you mentioned now, there seem to have been responsibility, and accountability being practiced here by churches?
Moving online, Dumelo, is okay, is an option, but it is discriminatory. It's possible for those people who can afford that, even the congregants who can afford data, and not only that, with those who have been joining in online, when you talk to them, they tell you straight that it's just not the same as being there physically at church. And we are at a time now, Dumelo, where people in our nation are under a heavy load of depression, sadness. People have lost loved ones, people have lost jobs, people are feeling discouraged. The rate of depression among people is going up. Being together as Christians and celebrating together and having church together, it's a totally different encounter. And that's what we are asking for. And of course, we're not saying we will break any rules. We're not saying we will not observe the protocols. We're saying we have track record for a year. We can present it and show convincingly how we can do that in a responsible way. And that's what we're asking for.
What would your response be, Bishop Mosasono, to some of the critics that say that the reason why some churches are lamenting the number of people in church, particularly at this time, is because some churches are a money-making scheme. They are just afraid that the tithes and offerings may not be enough to enrich the church or to enrich themselves, almost as if, just reducing the churches, pleading for more numbers to it being more of a financial gain for the churches.
See, the sad part of that, Dumelo, is that it is your churches that are smaller churches that have been the first victims. They have been the ones that have suffered. There are churches that have closed down and they are not able to operate. We cannot run away from the reality that to run a church, you need money. For us to be able to be on television, to be able to be online, we need money. For the programs that we're doing, we've missed such a great program this year, because every year we do what we call the Achievers Awards program, where we recognize the achievement of young people at school. I think the young people who wrote exams under COVID stand out. I think for many years to come, they will be a class of their own. We couldn't do a program for those young people this year because of what we are going through. Money is a very necessary part of running the church. It is the abuse of it. And when it's used for the wrong sources where it's a problem. See, unfortunately, people haven't understood how church operates. And I'm realizing more, Tumelo, that maybe we need to educate the South African public about how church operates. Because there's a lot of misconceptions that people have. Money is an important part. A church cannot run without money. We've not been given us package like other people. Government hasn't come to us to help us. We appeal to your cell phone providers earlier on to cut down their rates to accommodate the online services and so on. They wouldn't cut their rates down. They still make a lot of profit and so on. The reality is that money affects all of us, and church cannot run without money.
Yeah. Before I leave you, Bishop Mosasono, I mean, where does this leave then the church in terms of planning for this Easter holiday? Yesterday when I spoke to Bishop Malusi Mpumlwana, he had said that he had hoped that at least by last week, this announcement by the president would have been made, so to give leeway and time for churches to sort of prepare for whatever the announcement is. So where does it leave the churches now, just in a matter of days where people will be traveling, at least some of them, to come and attend Easter?
Remember, it's very difficult. We were hoping the president could have given us more leeway. And remember, now that the numbers have been, even though they have been increased slightly, we need to observe the protocols and we must obey the rules. Else, people say we are super spreaders and we are not complying. It's a very sad thing. However, we have committed to continue engaging. We will continue to lobby government. We really would love to be heard and to be listened to, because we think we have a case to make here. And we will certainly take this matter forward. But as for the coming preparations, it is going to be challenging. But we will do the best we can within what the law is providing for us.
I appreciate your time, Bishop Mosasono from Grace Bible Church. Thank you for joining us.